Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, second game of the day. We already had a banger in the first one where we saw Richmond pull off a tough one against Duquesne, 63-58. Now we got our second matchup of the day. We've got the number 4 seed St. Joseph Hawks taking on the number 5 seed Rhode Island Rams. Look, we see two teams in here with the prize ahead, a trip to the semifinals, and Russ, the Richmond Spiders await the winner of this one.
Yeah, and I'm sure they are glad to do that because they just had a banger of a game.
It's a good one. Yeah, look, here's the thing. We're going to have a tough physical matchup today between two teams. We saw Rhode Island yesterday and what they were able to do in their matchup against George Washington. The problem is they could not shoot the ball well. Only 21% from the field, Russ.
Yeah, but we talked to Honey Core yesterday after the game, and she praised her team's toughness even through adversity like that. And we mentioned ourselves, too, even though they missed shots from the field, they made the free throws count, and they shot over 80% there as well.
Yeah, so that's where it will get interesting to see if they can kind of figure this thing out here. And they're well coached by Tammy Reese. So we got a really good head coaching battle with Tammy Reese and Cynthia Griffin, who's been coaching this team for 24 years. So it's going to be a well-coached game by two extremely great coaches.
Two smart coaches. Two different. I would say Coach Griffin has the experience, of course, so she knows what to do in most situations. Of course, a St. Joe's alum herself, so she's very proud to represent the Hawks everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
But Coach Reese, just a more, I guess, a youthful, energetic style as well compared to Coach Griffin. But they both know how to get the job done.
So, yeah, we got a good one coming up, starting lineup. So they're doing the intro videos as we speak. Yesterday we saw a Rhode Island team, like you said, we saw the struggles, but they were able to make big shots when they were needed, and they went to the free throw line and they shot the free throws extremely well in that one. So here's the starting lineups right now. Starting lineup for Rhode Island, we got number 1, Sophie Phillips. She will be the point guard in this one of the best three-point shooters in Rhode Island history, actually, the best. She's got the most three-pointers made in school history, 9.6 points per game. Sophia Vital, a scrappy point guard, did a lot of great things yesterday. Watch out for her. Then we got Kamara sitting in at the small forward position. Dutot will be the power forward in this one, and Honey Carr is the young lady in the middle, averaging 12.2 points per game. For the Hawks, they got Emma Boslett at the point guard position, 3.2 points per game. Gabby Casey will be the 2 guard. Mackenzie Smith at the 3, and then Talia Brugler. Brugler is a tough physical player for this team, 13.1 points per game. And Laura Ziegler, one of the best in the A-10, averaging 18.1 points per game. Who are you excited to see in both lineups, Russ?
Right now, Honey Core, we talked to her yesterday. She had a lot of faith in her team, but she played a heck of a game yesterday herself. So I'm interested to see how she can capitalize and do even better herself. Had a double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds yesterday against GW. So we're looking to see if she can go there. Laura Ziegler, I guess, would be my answer for sure for St. Joe's. I've never seen her play up close, or not at least this year. And I have to throw Emma Boslett out there, too, as well, because she's from New Jersey.
It's the only way to be. All right, everybody, the audio broadcast is about to start now. Thank you all. We'll be back at the end of the game to give you more and a player after the game interview. Once again, Darrell Owens, Russ Taliaferro. Let the audio broadcast begin. Uh-oh, the Mets. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's the wrong closer.
I'm sorry.
Man, there's only one song for a closer in New York. Yeah, he's been retired for a couple years.
It's been just a couple years. Well, we got the tip about to go. It'll be Honey Carr going up against the extremely talented Laura Ziegler here for the jump. And you can see players dancing, feeling the energy in this one. I'm excited to see the double-double machine that is Laura Ziegler play today.
Yeah, transplant from Denmark. Straight overseas.
Straight overseas. Carr, who's from Punjabi, India, will join her in the tip. Who will get the ball first? Game number 2 underway here from Henrico Sports and Event Center in Henrico, Virginia. The only other person I'm concerned about is the Hawk. The Hawk has to flap his wings the entire game. It's a part of his scholarship. It's a part of his scholarship.
When does the DJ know when to stop playing the music?
And obviously, at this point, it doesn't seem like he
I'm about
knew.
to say, like, let him at least do the tip-off with inside, with no music. Come on now.
So here we go. 9 minutes, 50 seconds. We're early in this one.
Of course we are. We just started.
Super early. Vidal inside to Kamara with the Dutot at the top of the wing. And then Vital now at the top of the key. Little move by Vital. Driving. Looked like she tried to get Dutot, who was in the corner.
It got tipped, so that's why Dutot stayed away from catching it.
Yeah, Dutot was like, well, wait a minute. Don't want no parts of that.
They're making Dutot or Vital inbound this as the shortest player against a tall player.
I was thinking about the same thing. You just said they let your intrusive thoughts win out. You definitely, you knew what I was going to say. I was thinking it.
Especially with the shot clock running down there. Probably not the best idea.
So we'll see St. Joe's with the basketball for the first time. Boslett bringing it up the floor. Gives it off to Casey. Casey to Smith. Smith. Ooh. And we have to give a shout out there to Casey for saving our camera. Thank you, Casey.
Now, even though St. Joe's is the higher team or higher ranking team, Rhode Island beat them this year. They beat them by 5, but a win is a win.
St. Joe's started off really hot this year. And a lot of people were talking about, look at that reverse layup. What a nice move there by Brugler.
Brugler and Ziegler just They look like some Twin Towers down low for St. Joe's.
Talia Brugler is as tough as they come.
Honeycore is going to have her hands full today.
She really is.
I don't know if she's going to be able to snag 11 boards as easy as it was yesterday.
So 2-0 St. Joe's. Brugler over to Ziegler. I'm here to show the world. There's a 3 opportunity off the back of the rim. And there's a battle as Smith's 3 would miss off the back of the rim. So now St. Joe's taking the ball out. Smith over to Ziegler. Ziegler will pull the 3, bank.
Off the bank.
5-point lead for St. Joe's, 5-0. She's all smiles because she knows.
Bank's always open on Fridays.
That's true. Vital over to Phillips. Now to Kamara. Back to Vital at the top. And quickly, Brugler got out there. Look at the wingspan that Brugler has. The difference in height between her and Vital.
Vital almost looks like just, almost made it.
Phillips 3 looked like it might have got tipped there too.
But Vital just looks like she is mismatched no matter who St. Joe's puts on her.
There's a lot of height on this St. Joe's team.
Very much so. It is not a short one.
6'1", 6'2". With Ziegler and Brugler. Boslett over to Casey. Ziegler finding Boslett, and it's no good. Vital all the way down. Decides to pull out. Carr over to Phillips. Phillips working on the wing, driving inside, and we look like we may have a foul on the floor, and this one is going to be on Boslett.
For reference, Vital is 5'5", listed at 5'5". And she's going against ladies that are at least 6 foot.
The height differential is crazy.
Almost.
And a miss.
Almost made by Miss Phillips.
Boslett up the floor. Casey trying to work some magic here. She tried to get it to Smith and throws it out of bounds. And you can see Ziegler get over there and say, hey, ladies, let's just calm it down just a little bit.
But at the same time, St. Joe's has come out starting early, 5-0. Not allowing any baskets yet, making it hard for Rhode Island to get anything go down.
Carr and Brugler going at it. Carr's 3 attempt is no good, and a rebound by St. Joe's. Smith gets it inside to Brugler. And then Brugler will pull it back to the top of the key. And Casey wasn't looking, but she turned around at the right time. She tries to go inside with the left, and it's stopped by Carr. Phillips driving to the basket here for Rhode Island. That's high off the glass, and there was some contact.
Yeah, she got fouled there.
6 minutes and 33 seconds. We'll see our first substitution as we see DeBras come in for Rhode Island along with Mbu also making an appearance. Looks like we may have a couple of Hawks making their way into the game. Sneed coming in along with Marina. And the first free throw is no good. And we saw how well Rhode Island shot the free throw yesterday. And it'll be very critical if they can make that happen today.
That's the first one, so it won't come out just yet.
And they knocked down the first.
That was something. They do backflips.
so 5-1. Up the floor, Boslett. Finds Ziegler. And then Ziegler trying to get out of the traffic there. He threw it inside to Sneed, and then the ball got loose. But Bosley was able to get it back. Bosley in a little bit of trouble there. Mbu was right there. Mbu takes a dribble and swing it over to Phillips on the wing. DeBraz working against Bosley. Back to Phillips in the wing. And now inside in the paint, Honey Carr, fade away. MJ, fade away perfect.
It's 23 in baby blue right now. It almost works.
5-3, yeah, it does, it does. I'm trying to hit him with the Jay-Z lyric a little bit, but you know. 5-3.
Oh, mama.
Here's a three-point opportunity by Sneed as high off the glass and hits the rim.
That was
but
scary.
The Hawks were able to get it back. Yeah, you didn't even attempt to protect yourself.
I did a little bit.
Did you?
I was accepting fate.
And now you see Smith finding Sneed, and her three no good. Phillips with the rebound.
0 for 2 from them threes right there for Sneed, unfortunate.
Rough start offensively for both teams. Shooting 25% and 33%. Oh, what a pass inside the Mbu, but there was a slew of Hawks inside the paint. And that's going to send us to our first media timeout. St. Joe's 5, Rhode Island 3. It's still a really tight one. It's really early, and both teams still trying to figure things out. We'll be back here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network in just a few. Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial. All right, back from the media timeout. Still a tight one here early, 5-3. St. Joe's up. And we see a new Hawk in the game. That's Ryan Stokes.
Also from New Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey in the building. Off the glass, and that's Brugler. So Brugler gets on the board there. 7-3.
She's got a quick 4 points right now.
It's a good start for Brugler. DeBraz, couple dribbles over the Carr. Carr for three. Knocks it down. Honey Carr.
It's a jab step in her defender's face. Knocks down a three.
And that jump shot was as sweet as her name sounds.
We didn't see too many threes from her yesterday. Oh, Rhode Island gets a turnover.
So here comes Rhode Island. Rhode Island was a team that,
good pass.
to Phillips, she couldn't complete it, but Mbu is there. Mbu gives Rhode Island the lead. Now, it's so funny because this is our second year doing this, and there were two teams last year that made that run to the semifinals. One, Rhode Island. The other one was St. Louis. And guess what? They both had chances today to make it right back to the semifinals.
They do. St. Louis up next for us, too.
Phillips with a pump fake throws it to Franks, and her three opportunity doesn't go down. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first. Smith will bring it up the floor.
Looking for Coach Griffin for instruction.
Smith. Give it to Stokes. Brugler over to Stokes on the wing. She's being guarded by Franks. A little bit of move there. Phillips got a piece of it. Smith struggling, tries to get it off. There was some contact, but it was a shot clock violation first. And Rhode Island takes control. Last year, we saw St. Joe's exit this tournament a lot earlier than they would have liked to. Eight to 7 early in this one. 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Couple of moves by DeBraz as she moves it over to Franks. Franks now driving on the right side of the lane. Then she gets stopped immediately by Ziegler, but a great pass to do Todd. Cutting to the basket for 2 points. Rhode Island lead is now 3. Inside to Brugler, and Honey Carr is right there, harassing right off the bat. Maybe a little bit of contact, but now Ziegler's three knocks it down. She's here to show the world. Game is tied at 10. Ten to 10, a minute and 40 left here in the first. Dutot over to DeBraz. DeBraz will get Honey Carr for three. Her three won't go that time off the right side. Rebound by Ziegler.
She was feeling herself for a second there.
Yep, Stokes is pushing up the floor. Now Smith over to Brugler, being guarded by Carr. And the baseline shot no good. Ziegler to Smith for three.
Oh, nope.
Mackenzie Smith three won't go, and now Carr with a rebound. DeBraz inside to Mbu. Mbu trying to work a little low post magic. Unfortunately, couldn't get it to go, but she finds DeBraz on the wing to Franks, and there's a charging foul. Smith took every bit of that charge. 48 seconds left here in this first quarter. Man, what a charge taken there by Smith. .48 seconds left here in the first. And Stokes will bring it up for St. Joe's. Being guarded by Vital. Taken at the elbow. And it's taken away by Vital.
Jesus.
What I love about those fast, short, maybe short in stature point guards is they're so quick. and they just can do moves that other guards can't. 10-10. DeBraw's trying to find a way here. 4 seconds on that shot clock. Close. Vital pump fake, floats it up. Doesn't go, and that will send us to the end of the first quarter. This score is tied up at 10 apiece. And a tough matchup so far. Both teams giving it their all here in this first quarter of this quarterfinal matchup between the Rhode Island Rams and the St. Joseph Hawks. We'll be back here in just a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Dream Clean LLC with Darrell Jones. They do commercial, residential, move-in/move out, post-construction, and organizational services. You can reach us at 804-933-5314. And remember, you can get a Dream Clean with the Dream Team. Dream Clean LLC. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Quality Exterior Services, LLC. Our services: lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much more. Are back for the second quarter. Ten to 10, St. Joe's has the basketball. Casey trying to drive to the basket, lost control of it, and everybody's just flying everywhere. And a charging foul called against Stokes as Vital takes the charge. Ten to 10 here at the Henrico Sports and Events Center here in Henrico, Virginia. Our second game of the day. As we get closer and closer to crowning a new Atlantic 10 champion. The defending champions had a scare earlier against Duquesne, pulling off a 5-point victory, but it was a tight one all the way to the end. And off the miss, the rebound. Here comes St. Joe's trying to take the lead, and they do. Stokes all the way to the basket for two. 12-10. Dutot. Swing it over to Braz. Braz will swing to Phillips, and an offensive foul called on DeBraz. Offensive foul. I didn't see exactly what happened. It was kind of quick. So 12-10. 2-point lead, 8 minutes, 45 seconds here in the second quarter left. Stokes swing it over to Smith. Smith driving inside. Tough shot in. She puts it in off the glass, 14-10.
You'd expect that from a team leader in points.
So 14-10, and Rhode Island holding Honey Carr. Swing it to Vital. Vital driving, almost lost her balance, and it's taken away by Smith. Oh, and Vital, so sneaky and so smooth, gets the steal, and a foul is called on Smith.
Man, that girl was fast.
That was so quick. Like, I thought Smith was about to take the Hawks on a fast break. Well, wait a minute. Well, maybe the foul might have been on Vital because the Hawks have the basketball.
Nope, yep, that's what it was. Just saw the call.
So 14-10, 7 minutes, 54 seconds left here in the second quarter. Stokes driving inside, and Vital somehow gets a block. I mean, I don't know how you get a block that way, but she did. Phillips brings it on the court, shoots the three and misses. Rebound by Ziegler. Ziegler averaging 18 points a game for St. Joe's. Over to Brugler on the baseline, who drives it inside towards the paint. Now it's back to the baseline against Carr and uses the left foot, the hook. Knocks it down. St. Joe's lead is now 6. Now Carr will pull up from the free throw line, and her free throw jumper is no good, and a rebound by Smith, and a traveling call on Smith.
I guess.
I know, right? She hit the ground. To be honest with you, I didn't think she ever made the move to try to get back up.
They seem to just care about the movement.
$16-10. After this game, we'll see George Mason take on Rhode Island in the St. Louis in the 5 o'clock matchup. Brooklyn Kennedy and the crew, Brooklyn Gray and the crew will try to continue their magical run in this tournament against a really tough George Mason team. So Carr was fouled on that last one, and she will head to the free throw line. And here comes the free throw from Carr. Carr, who's a 85% free throw shooter, misses the first. Carr's got 5 points on the day so far. Her average went down just a tad, 83%. But she knocks it down, and for the fifth time in this tournament, the score is 16-11 in a game.
Close one. St. Joe's in control, kind of.
And a
That don't
miss.
help. Whoa.
Vital came flying.
That was a little close.
It's going to look bad on TV.
I'm trying to get hit in the head on Peacock.
They're on Peacock like, well, why did he try to grab her? Look, I got to protect myself as well as the equipment. And her, of course. I don't want Vital to get hurt on my end. 16-11. Ziegler's jump shot from the A-10 logo. No good inside to Brugler, and oh my. It's like a collision. Massive collision in the middle.
Hope everybody's okay. Shoot.
16-11. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left here in this first half. And Franks may have been hurt on that one. They're going to check on her. Ziegler over to Boslett. Boslett to Sneed. Sneed.
That was a really good attempt for a kickball.
Give it to Ziegler, who finds Casey for the three on the opposite wing. No good. Vital pushing the pace. Down by 5 for Rhode Island. Vital handed off to DeBras. DeBras working against Casey. Back to DeBras from Embu. Over to Phillips. 3. Knocks it down. 16-14.
Sophie Phillips, 32% from three during the season so far.
16-14. 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Casey will swing it to Boslett here in the corner. Brugler back to Boslett. And now Ziegler has it here on the wing. Working against Embu. Ziegler uses the up and under move, but it is blocked. And here come the Rams.
There she goes, Vital. Yep, she stops.
DeBras inside. Tough shot. That one goes over the backboard. Takes out a cheerleader. Cheerleader had to move out of the way quickly. So 5 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the second period. (16-14). Hawks with the basketball. Brugler being guarded by DeBras. A three-point opportunity there by Smith. Doesn't go, but rebound by Boslett. And Vital has been called for a foul. 16-14, and it looks like we may have our media timeout here. And we still got a tight one here at the Henrico Sports and Event Center. St. Joe's up by 2, 16-14 over Rhode Island. We'll be back in just a second. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988.
Well, the second half of the second quarter is about to go down here with 4 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the second. St. Joe's hold a 2-point lead, a very competitive matchup right now between these two teams. And we talked about a little bit earlier, these two teams faced off a little earlier.
Uh-oh. Knocked loose. Embu, sneaky hands. Almost knocked it loose there.
Thought it was gone. Two teams faced off earlier this year with Rhode Island getting the win 70-65.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Rhode Island already has the win against them, so they're trying to make sure that repeats. And they're coming out playing a good game. They're shooting the ball about the same as last time, a little bit better. 29% so far. So that's better than 21, but just still not efficient.
Yeah, they've struggled, and I don't know how far. Defense does win championships. Don't get me wrong, but how far can their defense carry them without them scoring? And wow, I don't know how Vital was able to get that one in there.
Got a good roll.
Oh my!
But even then, like St. Joe's is shooting 35%. They're only up by 2 right now.
Right.
So how far can good shooting take you?
That's a good response, and Brugler will put it in for 2.
Brugler said it's going to take us that far.
And that's what we saw yesterday. They didn't shoot well, but they just made their free throws. And they were able to just find ways, and we got a traveling violation on Embu.
I mean, we saw a team yesterday win by shooting very well with Duquesne.
Yep.
God bless them. They lost earlier to Richmond in a hell of a game today. But then we saw this Rhode Island team win yesterday by shooting very poorly. So, anything can happen. Sometimes it's just a dogfight, and you got to stay in it until the end.
20-16. The Hawks up by 4. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first half. Over to Ziegler. Ziegler will hand it off to Mackenzie Smith. Smith over to Casey. Casey on the wing will now drive into the lane, float it up. Hits off the back of the rim, rebound by Ziegler, but then it's knocked away by Phillips.
Man, I don't think she had full control of that rebound.
Yeah, she had it for like a split second, and you see Phillips just come in just like, no, not today.
Pesky hands.
20-16. Casey over to Smith. Smith takes a couple of dribbles and then swings it to Boslett. Over to Brugler, back to Boslett. And now Ziegler has possession. Working against Embu. Boslett, 4 seconds on the shot clock, and she let it go, and that's a traveling violation.
Nice.
You saw that on that last step, her foot just kind of slid.
Just a little bit.
It was weird. The referee caught it. Yeah, it just slid just a little bit after taking a look at the instant replay. 20-16. DeBras over to Carr. Carr runs into Brugler at the free throw line. Now DeBras has it, pulls it, and that one hits off the right side of the rim, but a rebound by Embu. And the Rams still have control. 15 seconds on that shot clock. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. Pass over to Phillips, inside to Kamara. And Kamara's inside layup is no good.
Not the greatest of shots there.
Casey thought about pulling it, decides to pull back. Ziegler over to Bosley. What a great pass to Smith, cutting to the basket for two. 22-16, St. Joe's. And a traveling. Uh-oh. The Hawks are cranking up. And the Hawk is just, God bless him. I mean, he's still got to flap a wing even when he's trying to be excited. He was pointing in one way and still flapping the wing. I just want to know who made up the stipulation. The guy has to keep flapping the entire game, you know, or young lady, depending on who's in who's in the Hawk costume.
We're learning pretty early that we have to watch out for St. Joe's cutting to the basket, apparently. They've gotten a handful of points on just random cuts to the basket.
Pull up by Bosley. What a nice jump shot by Bosley. 8-point lead for St. Joe's. And that 8-point lead for St. Joe's has him in a great position right now.
From Edison, New Jersey.
Edison, New Jersey, in the building. Still working around here. Phillips trying to make something happen with the finger roll off the glass. No go. And Kamara just tried to get it up. And that ball pops into the air. And
it might have gotten knocked loose.
Yeah, I don't know who popped it, but it just flew into the air. And then Mackenzie Smith for the Hawks able to grab it back. We've got a tough one going right now. The Hawks are on a 6-0 run here in their last 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And the Rams have not scored in 3 minutes.
Missed their last 4 field goal attempts, but this is, I mean, after watching yesterday, it's kind of expected.
And St. Joe's right now their largest lead of the game, and that stops with Carr knocking down her shot.
Sweet as honey.
24-18. Bosley being guarded by DeBras. Working around here, 6-point game. Ziegler, nice little move there, driving inside, and there's some contact. And that one might be, is he throwing Mbu? Actually, they're going to give that one to Kamara. So a 6.9 left here on the clock. Could be the last opportunity for St. Joe's to get some points here, but they're heading to the free throw line.
St. Joe's in the bonus for the last couple seconds of the half. That didn't look too, I don't think that looked that bad.
And the first one is a miss there for Ziegler.
That looked like it almost looked clean. Ziegler herself shooting 91% from the charity stripe.
Crazy numbers right there.
But the Rhode Island band is insane.
She missed both.
I'm telling you, the Rhode Island band behind us is insane.
DeBras trying to hurry up and get it off.
Nope.
I don't think she got it off.
She didn't.
She hesitated just a little bit too long.
Took a couple too many dribbles.
I don't think that one is going to count. And they're going to go check it just to, for security purposes. But this one,
that looked pretty late from the naked eye.
Well, while they're discussing that, we head to the half. As of now, the Hawks are up by 6, 24-18, and they just made it official.
No good.
It's no good. So, Russ, we head into the half watching these two teams, kind of giving us a really good show so far. What are your thoughts early on in this one?
Rhode Island picked it up there a little bit at the end. They were staying under 30% there, but they just made it barely back to 30% shooting, which is kind of par of the course for them. But St. Joe's coming out 40% shooting. A couple of big threes by Ziegler, but they're playing tough and rough down low. They're making a lot of like cut to the basket kind of plays that work for them for St. Joe's, and Rhode Island's just got to have that awareness down low. Honey Carr, Kamara, even Mbu, who seems to be going down low too as well. But you know, Dutat, Vital, and Franks all getting into early foul trouble with 2 fouls in that first half. They got to stay clean too as well.
Yeah, you know, the Hawks finish off strong, going 4 out of their last 5 on the floor, getting a couple of great baskets to kind of extend the lead a little bit here. Rhode Island shooting a little bit better than they did yesterday. Yesterday they were shooting like 21%, they're at 30%
Just
now.
Barely right now.
But it's still a little bit rough. St. Joe's at 41%, so they're still kind of working out some kinks a little bit here too. Both teams are shooting 2 for 8 from three-point land, so nothing really to show there. Rebounds in the favor of St. Joe's. Points in the paint in the favor of St. Joe's. So, you know, turnovers are even. It has been a very competitive first half, though. That I will say, for 2 teams vying for that semifinal spot to take on Richmond.
It's been a competitive first half, but St. Joe's, in my eyes, clearly has an advantage. They're shooting better. They have the advantage in rebounds. They have the advantage at points in the break, points in the paint. They're losing against blocks and steals, but at the same time, even with Rhode Island having as many steals as they haven't taken advantage of it because they're still shooting pretty poorly. No,
not at all, and that's something they're going to have to fix here in the second half. So points as of right now, leading the way for St. Joe's is Brugler. She's got 8 points on the day. Ziegler has 6, Smith with 4, Casey with 2, Bosley with 2. And then Stokes also has 2 for St. Joe's. For Rhode Island, Honey Carr setting the pace with 8 points. Sophie Phillips has 4. Mbu has 2. DeBras has 2. And Dutat has 2. So that's where we kind of stand right now, points-wise.
Yeah, I mean, from looking at the points and then stats, first half stats as well, Honey Carr doesn't seem like she's too far off from getting another double-double because she has 5 rebounds to go along with those 8 points. And also a note for St. Joe's, every starter has scored. So they're playing the team ball. They're doing what needs to be done to get the win. They don't care where the buckets are coming from. They just want to score.
Well, it's a great start so far for St. Joe's as they try to advance and try to hopefully set up a third matchup between Richmond and, you know, they played at Richmond on Peacock not too long ago. And then it's funny that this matchup right here that we're having now on Peacock. So we'll see how it all plays out. Can Rhode Island advance to the semifinals for the second straight year? We will find out here in the second half. We'll be back in 12 minutes to bring you more action here on the Legacy Makers Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. St. Joe's up 24-18 over Rhode Island.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Sorry, we had a little bit of a delay, had some broadcast issues. We had to get situated, but we are back. And Rhode Island did score early in this early part of the third quarter. So right now the score is 24-20.
Low scoring affair.
Yeah, very low scoring affair right now. It seems like both teams still trying to find their way, but we've seen a lot of that so far in this tournament in a couple of the games where it was just dog fights. You know, the biggest scoring output may have been in that Duquesne game.
Yeah, the way they started.
Honey Carr floating in the lane, and it doesn't go.
Maybe a little bit too much power on her left hand there for that shot.
Just a little too much power.
A little too much pepper. A little too much pepper.
So see which team will come off the halftime with all the energy needed. Boslett working against Vital. You can see the size advantage. And Boslett can't get it to go.
Now size.
A little bit of a battle there for the rebound, but Rhode Island comes out on top. (24-20). Dutot over to Phillips. Gives it inside to Kamara, and that's an offensive foul. The elbow went straight into the chest of McKenzie. That's her second offensive charge that she was able to draw.
What was that, Smith on the defense down low there?
I remember watching Smith last year and thinking to myself how tough and how rugged of a player she is. She's just that type of player you want to have on your team because you know she's going to give it your all. And that's what she brings. What a steal by Vital. That's the second time she's done that.
I mean, I was about to say something nice about Ms. Smith, but then Vital just distracted and took over. I mean, Mackenzie Smith, she's that do-all, be-all kind of player.
Speaking of.
And there she goes.
Here she goes off the steals. Driving inside, off the glass. She goes flying.
Draws the foul, though.
She loves driving to the basket. Tough, physical. Her and the forward become best friends. She's taking a lot of bumps in this one. But 24-20, and we have a substitution as Vital will come out. DeBraz will come in.
And Vital just picked up her third foul. Not great. Not great.
They don't need that because she's been such a vital part.
She's got 3 steals. But she's also got 3 fouls.
3 steals, 3 fouls.
Well, yeah, Smith makes the first one.
25-20. And knocks it down.
Very key. You know I like it.
6-point lead here for Rhode Island.
Trying to find Honey Carr.
Oh, Honey Carr.
Too much sauce again.
And she had it straight to the basket, had an opportunity.
Yeah. But she's hustling back on defense.
Travel.
Ooh-wee.
A lot of back and forth going on here in the early action in the third. 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third.
Rhode Island's already got a couple subs in from their starting lineup coming back out. And St. Joe's is still just out there with their starters ready to put the foot on the gas.
6-point game. The Todd driving, haven't heard her name too much today. But she will make the finger roll to make it a 4-point game again.
Listen, Nell Dutot making her presence known for sure.
26-22. Not inside. Mbu with the steal.
A rare mistake by Brugler.
DeBraz over to Mbu. Mbu working down low over to DeBraz. Over to Phillips on the wing. Inside to Honey Carr.
She is trying to work down on Brugler.
Carr with a great pass to the top. 2-point game.
I gotta love a center that plays tough down low, bodies up and getting in the post, trying to set her body in there, but then is instantly ready to find the player on the upper side of the court, cutting down to get a basket like that. The vision reminds me of Pau Gasol.
Another great play by Honey Carr. Oh, my goodness. What a great job there by Smith and Brugler setting up that give and go.
Yeah, smart players make smart plays.
28-24, 4-point game. Still a very competitive one here from the Henrico Sports and Events Center. Ooh. Inside is tipped.
Good play. Good steal by Brugler there.
Ziegler will swing it over to Smith, who's flying up the court. Couple of dribbles there.
The center keeping her hands active right there with the steal. Love that play.
So Boslett now trying to set the defense up at the top.
From New Jersey.
It swings over to Smith.
Can't help it.
From the wing.
It's a disease at this point.
It drops in the lane, and Smith with a tough shot. Makes it a 6-point game. Poor guy.
If I don't say someone's from New Jersey every 5 seconds or every 5 minutes, I'm breaking out in hives. I don't know what to do. That's why I love these teams, because there's at least one person from New Jersey everywhere.
On every team. It's the East Coast. Phillips for 3. Got it!
Dang.
Big shot by Sophie Phillips.
Yes, ma'am.
These teams are going at it.
Season-long 32% three-point shooter. She's banging it. She's got to. Player like that, a role player, has got to make her shots when she gets it. Because obviously, she's not the first scoring option.
It's a bad throw by Brugler. Taken away by Rhode Island. Oh, she tried to get it to Dutot. But Dutot was trailing.
Maggie Smith playing a little soccer right there. A little football.
Little football. And that's going to send us to the media timeout. St. Joe's holding on tight to a 3-point lead. It's 30-27 here at the Sports and Event Center here in Henrico, Virginia. We'll be back in just a little bit on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Third quarter, 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Rhode Island holding down by 3, 30-27 to St. Joe's. And if you guys remember, I'll throw you on a quick flashback to last season in this tournament. These two teams faced off in the quarterfinals. So same spot, same situation. St. Joe's was a 3 seed in that situation, and Rhode Island was a 6 seed. And Rhode Island won that game 57-47. And they were able to advance on to take on St. Louis in the semis. And in that game, Rhode Island just came to play. And so Rhode Island just had St. Joe's number.
They've made their last, I think, 4 or 5 shots consecutively, or 4 out of their last 5. Rhode Island is doing what they need to do. They're shooting better. just the plain and simple of it. They're making shots.
30-29.
It's amazing how close you can be in a game when you make shots.
That's all.
That's it.
And we see a little bit of a difference there. As
Almost had the rebound, but she gets it taken away. Sila.
yeah, Sila. So Albina Sila.
They're trying to give Honeycar a break. It looks like they put Sila in. And she's tall and she's long. She's noticeable.
That's what I was trying to look at. 6'5" center from France.
Yeah, she is. She's not afraid to get in there, but then Honeycar comes right back in.
Yeah, they just had to give her a breather real quick, get her a little bit of time.
That old Megan McConnell break.
Yeah, go ahead, give me about 35 seconds, sir, if you don't mind. 30-29.
DeBron looking for a foul there, but just couldn't get it on that layup, so it's no good.
They keep rolling right along. 30-29. Brugler over to Stokes, who's back in the game. Stokes' little crossover move against DeBras to the basket.
Draws the foul.
And heading to the line will be Stokes.
DeBras' first foul of the game.
So Stokes heading to the free throw line here. Score 30-29. Caught you off guard, didn't it?
These bands are crazy, man.
I'll tell you what, that's what makes it. There's so many elements of this tournament that makes it fun. And the bands are definitely a part of it, and scary mascots. Those are the two things that are so underrated. The Rhode Island mascot never stops smiling. The Hawk for the St. Hawks never stops flapping his wings. I know he's tired. There's no way he's not.
Honeycar with the three. Oh, unfortunately, no good. Dutot almost got the rebound over top.
And so Sneed gets the rebound and rolls up the floor. 32-29, all the way. Sneed with the reverse, can't get it to go. Honeycar rebound. Carr will get it over to DeBras. And she brings it up the floor for the Rams. DeBras looking to make something happen, swings it to Dutot. Dutot thought about the three, kicked it back out to DeBras. Dutot's kind of open, and she pulls the three.
Ooh, off that back rim.
Stokes with the rebound for the Hawks.
She's got the confidence to shoot. Just unfortunately, that one just didn't fall for her. We got Franks getting ready to check back in for Rhode Island. But again, we got to watch out for them fouls. She's got two already. And a bucket by the all-around Swiss Army knife, Mackenzie Smith.
So far, so good. A battle, and Dutot will put it off the glass in for two.
Good move down low by Dutot when she's driving. A little bit of a Euro step. A left and a right and the up and under.
Once again, these two teams are battling to see who will get the opportunity. Oh, there's a scrapple on the ground there. Battle.
Calling a kickball. And here comes Franks from Boo.
34-31, and here we're watching the instant replay, and you see a battle. And they say it will stay with St. Joe's. So these two, like I said earlier, they fought hard last year in the quarterfinals, and Rhode Island got to such a great start in that one, and St. Joe's had to try to battle back. And you know, a lot of people thought St. Joe's was going to be not a shoe-in for a shoe-in for the semifinals, I should say, and it just didn't happen. So second time they've met in this building, in this situation.
They were hedging their bets on St. Joe's. It's safe to say that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and Rhode Island was like, you bet money.
Maybe not so much.
You bet on the wrong team.
Now Phillips over to Carr. Carr trying to work against Ziegler here. And the hook doesn't go her way. Ziegler with the rebound.
What the hook going to be? Apparently not a good shot.
There you go. Now Smith backing down Phillips. DeBras tried to come over and help it, and then Smith just tries to get it up before the buzzer.
She wanted a call there bad.
I'm going to tell you, man, Mackenzie Smith is as tough as they come. But every time I turn around, her on the floor are having an argument.
She's a Swiss Army knife for the St. Joe's team because she is doing everything she can to get them to win. As
tough as they come. Well, so far, we see ourselves a tight game here entering the fourth quarter. Russ, I don't know what it is about me and you and tight basketball games, but that's just what seems to happen when we get together.
We get lucky.
We get lucky. So we got a tight one here. We're into the fourth quarter. St. Joe's up.
Hopefully this one don't get decided by a bad call at the end, too.
We don't need that. we just walked in the back on a break, and we saw how upset.
Pray to God Coach Purdy has calmed down by now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That one's going to sting for a while.
Yeah.
St. Joe's up 34-31 over Rhode Island here as we enter the fourth quarter.
While you focus on living your best life, discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam,
And we're back. St. Joe's holding on to a 3-point lead, 34-31 here in the fourth quarter. The Swiss Army knife misses a three. Honey Carr picking up her first foul. Vital back on the floor with 3 fouls, so we definitely got to look out for that. Here comes Boo, taking out Franks, who herself has 2 fouls. A lot of key players with 2 fouls for Rhode Island right now. Dutot, Franks, Vital has 3 herself. Kamara has 2 herself.
Yeah, they have to be real careful.
Ooh.
Oh, and Vital with a charging foul.
Taking the charge.
It's been a lot of charges.
Shortest player on the team taking the charge.
It's been a lot of charges.
Yeah, man.
There's been a lot of charges in this one. A lot of it's a physical game. 2 teams that know each other well.
I mean, at this point, you're in conference tournament play. All these teams should know each other pretty well now. Especially with the senior leadership that they have. They've played each other 2 times a year for the last 4 years. they should have a pretty good idea of what the other team's about.
But in this situation right here, I mean, we're talking about the second time. Vital three! Tied up at 34. We got ourselves a ball game, 34-34.
Vital showing up on the scoreboard here again.
What type of deja vu it would be if we see Rhode Island and St. Louis make it back to the semifinals?
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be going against each other.
Not this time, yeah.
The winner of this game, unfortunately, has to play Richmond.
This is also true.
But St. Louis, St. Louis has no joke themselves because they are playing for the right to go against either Dayton or Davidson, depending on if they get past number 2 George Mason.
Yeah, those evening matchups are going to be dog fights.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see those ones.
34-34, 8 minutes and 45 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Tied up, Honey Carr driving to the basket, working against Sneed. Knocked away by Ziegler.
And Ziegler comes over, takes it right from her.
She continues to show the world. There's a pass over to Smith. Then to Sneed.
I'm loving this Ziegler and Brugler combo, seeing them play together for the first time in person.
Inside to Ziegler. Ziegler working against Carr. Tough shot, but a great defense by Honey Carr.
Vital looked like she was about to steal the ball from Carr herself just to get it going.
34-34. Carr, a little bit of a pump fake over to Dutot. Dutot looking for Embu, but decides to go to Vital cross court. Vital in the lane, back to Dutot. Corner three, got it!
Corner three.
Anel Dutot. Rhode Island has the lead, and the crowd is feeling it. And this is a weird deja vu. One team from last year has already punched their ticket to the semifinals, that made the semifinals in Richmond, and Rhode Island looking to be that second. What is it with this team in post-season play? Them and St. Louis, just different.
I mean, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like an 8-point run right now for for Rhode Island to get this 3-point lead. So,
right.
I mean, Rhode Island is doing what they need to do. Again, sometimes it's just as simple as making the shots. And right now, in this second half, Rhode Island is shooting 53% from the field.
And that's a very big difference than what we saw yesterday.
It's a big difference from what we saw from the first half because they were shooting 30% in the first half. So they're coming out doing what they need to do, making the shots, but they're getting key stops and they're not getting frustrated by the misses too much right now.
And that's a key. That's a very key factor. Very key factor.
It's beautiful to see. I mean, I would love, personally, just because I like three-pointers, I like three-pointers a lot, but I think that's also what's hampering St. Joe's is their lack of conversion on the three-pointers. They're shooting right now, overall, if you look at overall, they've been able to push it up 40% for Rhode Island, 39% from deep, as opposed to St. Joe's right now, 36 on the floor, but only 20% from deep. Neither one is having a good day shooting free throws. They're both at 50 and 66% respectively between Rhode Island and St. Joe's. So overall right now, Rhode Island is doing what they're doing what they're doing. They're doing better than what they did yesterday and just fixing the mistakes and making the shots they have, especially coming down this stretch.
Well, we'll see if they can hold off this 4-seed St. Joe's team here with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in this fourth quarter. A nice battle. Solid crowd out here today. We also see a lot of the George Mason fans have started to sprinkle themselves into the crowd.
Yeah, they're getting ready to play. Another Virginia team.
So 2 Virginia teams are left.
Yeah, after George Washington losing yesterday. That was a tough one.
Yeah, George Washington in that game yesterday against Rhode Island just couldn't score in the second half. It just fell apart when they needed not to fall apart the most.
They couldn't score, and they kept sending Rhode Island to the line.
And Rhode Island didn't miss. 37-34, Rhode Island is up. Right now, if you're St. Joe's, what do you do? Some struggles.
They got the switch. They got Dutot down low. They're trying to get a car off of Brugler down there. But it doesn't matter because they missed the shot.
So Mbu to Dutot, up to Vital. Vital back to Dutot. Dutot over to Phillips on the wing. Back to Vital at the top. And we'll swing it to Dutot, who tries to get it to Honey Carr. Carr trying to work a little magic here. Along the baseline, pull up. Doesn't go. Dutot had a hand on it. And Mackenzie Smith with the rebound. (37-34).
Oh, and they lost control. Turnover down low by St. Joe's. Vital driving.
Trying to extend the lead, up by 3. Mbu knocks it down. 5-point lead for Rhode Island.
She may not get too many shots during the game. She only gets 5 points per game, but she's making it count right now.
39-34. Rhode Island has extended to a 5-point lead. Brugler's 3, no good. Nope. Rebound by Boslett, and
fighting with Vital. Looks like we got Franks and Kamara coming back in.
Yeah, and look, well, I think we also got another substitution there with Casey making her way back in for St. Joe's. Smith in the Sneed. Boslett inside to Brugler, off the glass for 2. 3-point lead here for Rhode Island.
Honey Carr comes off the floor, and they immediately go down low.
Smart move. I would do the same thing.
They were trying to switch her off of Brugler down low for the longest time. Ooh, Mbu.
Nice move by Mbu.
Taking over. She's getting in.
Making plays like that, you can give Carr a little bit more of a break.
Man.
Know how much of a break, but at least a little bit more.
Who knows? Darrell's about to come back in too.
41-36, 5-point game. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this one, and there's some contact and a foul.
I think Sophie Phillips might have picked up her first foul there. Here comes DeBra for who?
Look like it might be for Franks. Tough matchup that we've seen today. These two teams continue.
On cue, the Rhode Island band.
Keep things rolling. 4-point game. Knocks that one down.
This band is too much.
The bands are hilarious.
Ooh, mistake.
(41-38).
Here comes Carr, taking that Megan McConnell break.
Yeah, and Carr's back in here, which is critical for the home stretch here for Rhode Island.
They have to hold on to this lead, of course, if they want to win. Ooh,
Vital driving. Phillips,
Sophie.
3. Off the right side, couldn't go. Rebound by Smith.
They have to hold on to this lead, of course, if they want to win. But how they do that is affected by how they play down low. Because Brugler and Ziegler have a field day whenever Carr's nowhere around.
Trying to work a little magic here. Casey lost control of the basketball.
Goes right to Brugler.
Yeah, Brugler saving the day. Smith to Casey. Casey driving with the right hand. It's a 1-point game. St. Joe's.
Rushing down the floor.
1-point game. 41-40. Mbu over to Vital. on the wing. Mbu
They're
try to
trying to
dump it
find
inside.
Carr.
Yep, and then now the double team immediately on Carr.
Yep.
But that's going to open the door for DeBras. 3!
Nothing but net.
4-point lead for Rhode Island.
Here comes Tammy Reese. Coach getting ready to send her back in the game.
44-40. 4 points, 3 minutes and 55 seconds left. And
pesky hands. DeBras.
You see Vital going to DeBras like, yeah, you got this, you got this.
She might have got called for a foul there, but I'm sure she's happy about it.
Yeah, the energy is completely different right now.
Yeah. Only second foul, though.
What a good job here. So, we got a timeout here, 44-40. Rhode Island is up by 4 points over St. Joe's, and the number 5 seed is trying to punch their second straight trip to the semifinals of this tournament. We'll be back in just a second here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. And need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation? Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Dream Clean LLC with Darrell Jones. They do commercial, residential, move-in/move out, post-construction, and organizational services. You can reach us at 804-933-5314. And remember, you can get a Dream Clean with the Dream Team. Dream Clean LLC. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Quality Exterior Services, LLC. Our services, lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much more. We are licensed and insured commercially and residential. About us, services also include basic gardening tasks such as planting perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees, lawn and garden maintenance services such as mowing, trimming, and pruning. We service the areas of Amelia, Blackstone, Chesterfield, Farmville, and all of the surrounding counties. So you can reach us at 804-591-6027. And remember, at Quality Exterior Services, LLC, your yard is our priority. We are back. 3 minutes, 53 seconds left. 4-point lead for Rhode Island. And after last year's battle,
last year, after this year's battle.
Yeah, this is just amazing to see both of them kind of go at it with the same intensity that they did when they were in this situation last year.
I'd love to turn around and just ask Coach Russell what he thinks of this game so far.
It's a really good, it'd be a very interesting situation. I think Coach is just glad he got out of that first one.
Yeah, for sure.
44th to 40, and Mbu. 6-point lead for Rhode Island.
Sometimes you just got to highlight the role players.
True that.
I mean, shout out to one of the greatest role players of all time, Big Shot Bob Horry. You just got to make the shot when your number's called.
46-40, and St. Joe's need a big bucket and the momentum to change.
Almost kind of like last year, where Rhode Island got the lead and then they started to pull away. They had that 10-point win.
Yep, and that's what's starting to Starting to creep up here.
But again, just how they can deal with, let's say theoretical, they hold on, they get this win, they go against Richmond. How are they going to compare to a team, or not even compare, but just go against a team that shoots 40% at the minimum?
True that.
Because they can't afford to wait to get hot in the second half against Richmond.
In the lane, blocked.
Ooh, but that's a foul.
And guess who's on the floor again? Mackenzie Smith.
Is it Mackenzie Smith?
Yeah, it's Mackenzie Smith.
She's about to get an apartment on the floor.
No, I'm telling you. It's the extreme hustle that comes from Smith that I love about her game.
But Dutot right there with her third foul, and also puts St. Joe's in the bonus. So last 3 minutes, St. Joe's going to the line. Every single time they get another tick on them.
Here we go, 46-40. Knocks it down. Yeah, we always talk about these last couple minutes. Every shot is a big shot. And every shot is a big shot in every game. But those last 3-4 minutes are always so critical, especially in a tight ball game.
Yeah, and St. Joe's ain't one of the ones to be messing around on the free throw line. As a team, they are tied for second in the conference, 75% shooting from or 76% from the free throw line.
46-42. Imbu over to Dutot on the wing.
I swear that was coming right to my face.
Yeah. Honey Carr with control of it, going against Brugler, trying to fight through.
She gets fouled.
And she's going to the ground. Amazing performance by Carr yesterday. And now today.
She's playing again. She's playing her heart out. Not a great shooting day for her. Only 3 for 11. But she's got the 8 points and 7 rebounds. And she's staying off the foul tickers, too. Only got 1 foul so far.
46. 42. Knocks it down. Five-point lead once again. Carr shoots 83% from the field. From the field goal. From the free throw line.
From the charity stripe.
Yeah, that place. So she doing a really good job in this one. Once again, she had a phenomenal day from the line yesterday. 48-42, 6-point lead once again. St. Joe's running out of time. Brugler inside against Carr. Tries to go up and under. It's knocked away by Vital.
Just being annoying as all hell down there.
Nah, I'm telling you, she just pesky. Might be the word of the tournament.
I mean, she plays a lot like her coach like that. So you know Coach Reese is happy.
One point guard to another. 48-42. Just imagine being in the same backcourt, Tammy Reese and Don Staley in the early 90s. Unfair. It's a shame that those two weren't able to bring a national championship to Virginia. A couple of Final Four appearances. They had the twins on that team. Just outstanding. Drive, pull up, and that one misses. Rebound by Imbu, but now Smith. Yeah.
Oh, timeout? Okay.
Great job by Smith.
Shout out to Dawn Staley because she's doing a hell of a job in South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of national championships.
She's bringing the street style to South Carolina. The streets of Philly. They got some good players coming out of there too, including Asia Wilson.
Well, here we are, 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. 6-point lead for Rhode Island. They're on the cusp of making it back to the semifinals, but St. Joe's has a couple of minutes to try to change that dynamic.
They do, but they're starting to shoot like Rhode Island right now. They're shooting under 30% in the second half.
And a Rhode Island win would mean a rematch of last year's final in the semis.
Yeah, St. Joe's looks like a completely different team right now. They're shooting under 30% in the second half. They haven't made a 3 out of the 4 that they shot. They've made all their free throws, 8 for 8. So that's good because if they don't hit the free ones, they'd be even further away. But just definitely not the shooting performance you thought you would expect from a team like St. Joe's in the second half.
48-42. St. Joe's needing a big bucket. Casey for three. Got it!
There's one of them.
48-45. Now the question is, can the Hawks defensively stop Rhode Island?
They can. They got to remember what it was like in the first half.
Ooh, what a nasty pick by Carr. She never moved, and Casey took the blunt of that traveling. Dutot, extra step there. And so Ziegler will come over and talk to the ref.
It was a solid pick.
It was clean. I mean, she walked right into that.
The ones that hurt the most are the ones you don't see coming.
Exactly.
And she did not see that coming.
You know what it reminds you of? Like, you know, you're walking and then you don't see that glass door there. You know, it's so clear.
The automatic glass door at the grocery store?
Those. You walk into it, that was exactly what that was.
Except the glass door is 6'3", 6'4", Honey Carr standing right there in your face.
Exactly.
With a clean pick.
48-45.
Might even be shortener there. I think she might be even taller than that.
3-point game. St. Joe's trying to inch back closer with 1:17 here in the fourth. Another great game here at the Henrico Sports and Events Center. Brugler, 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Casey, her shot doesn't go, and that will stay here. Dutot is not happy about it. She's like, wait a minute, man.
Was it a foul or out of bounds?
I think it just got knocked out of bounds, but I think we have a timeout here with 1:02 left in this contest. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, Russ, we've got two teams that have been battling quite hard today. Just a tough physical matchup between the two. And, you know, Rhode Island has made 4 out of their last 5 to put them in the position that they're in, but St. Joe's won't go away.
No, they won't. And I'm not expecting them to either, but just a tale of two cities with the shooting performance in the second half compared to the first. St. Joe's is not making too many of their shots, and Rhode Island is making a lot more than they were used to yesterday.
Well, I mean, it was a much needed shooting performance from Rhode Island after that 21% yesterday. I'm pretty sure Coach Reese was like, nah, we can't do that heading into tomorrow's game. We got lucky today to be able to survive and knock the free throws down that we did and, you know, win the game in that form. But you know, we got to shoot better if we're going to beat St. Joe's.
Well, yeah, they can't rely on it because now, at this late in the game, the only one that's been to the line in this second half is Honey Carr. And she's made them both, thank God. So, you know, you can rely on those 2 points. But even total overall, she's been to the line 2 out of the 3 times that they've been there. And she's made 3 for 4. The only other one is Sophie Phillips, and she made 1 of her 2. But, like, they can't rely on the free throws as they did yesterday. Because yesterday they had 26 attempts from the free throw line. And they've only got 6 so far coming into this last minute of the game. So you just got to find a different way to win. And today, it's just, they're making their shots, and that's how they're winning. And they're playing good defense.
That's how you got to do it. As we get closer here, another photo finish here in Henrico, Virginia, the Atlantic 10 Women's Tournament, the 2025 edition. Man, oh man, this has been so much fun to watch.
What's nice to see is that Vital is doing what she does. Unfortunately, again, in foul trouble. But 5 steals to go along with the 5 points that she has. And 3 rebounds as a point guard that short at 5'5" is still pretty impressive.
Right. Very impressive.
And she has a block credited to her as well. So, I think she's also cleaned it up too. Yesterday she had some turnover trouble.
The block was kind of weird because like the player was falling.
Hey, it don't matter. You take him how you get him. Hey,
it was so funny to watch because when the player was falling, and Vital never had to leave her feet, just pow.
She's doing what she needs to do. She's probably thinking she's going for a steal. And then it just ended up getting credit for a block.
That's exactly what that was. That's exactly what that was. 48-45, y'all. A minute and 2 left as Bosley will take it out. Give it in to Smith. Smith off the glass, a little too much steam.
Honey Carr with a tough defense.
Ziegler trying to work something there. Can't get it to go, and they say it goes to Rhode Island.
Rhode Island ball. 50 seconds left. Do you foul?
This is where it gets interesting, because if you foul here, so they're going to go for the replay. If they foul here, it could put them in a.
Well, it may not matter depending on what this replay says.
That's also true. You just don't want to. I think it's too early to foul just yet, unless you can foul the right person. That'll also be key. Someone who's just not shooting well on that team.
Well, it depends on who's going to be on the floor here.
Right.
You know, and Boo, she might be a target for a foul. Vital, she might be a target. She's shooting just over 70. Honey Carr is definitely not the one here.
Yeah, you don't want to. Not the 80% shooter. No.
Not at all. And Dubrowski, she's just over 76% herself. So like, that's not an easy choice. But then again, they're not in the penalty, so a foul doesn't hurt them too much right now.
Well, we will see. Here with 50 seconds left. Another great game here in game number 2 on day 3. Halfway through the tournament.
Somehow Rhode Island has made 4 of their last 5 shots, but they haven't made one in the last 2.5 minutes. That's an interesting run.
It really is. To be honest with you, now that you say something, it doesn't feel like I've seen them shoot the basketball at all.
They've been getting rebounds and then getting it stolen right back, or a turnover somehow happens.
So 18 turnovers for St. Joe's and 14 for Rhode Island.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers. Points off of turnovers. Rhode Island 20, St. Joe's with 18. The rebound goes to St. Joe's 34-23. And then bench points has been Rhode Island at 15-4. Points in the paint, fairly even 26-20. Steals on the Rhode Island side, 9-5.
5 of those are Vital. She has as many steals as St. Joe's has total.
She's been all over the place.
She is annoying and pesky on defense, but you'll love it.
Well, y'all, we're getting closer and closer here to the end of this one, the evening session.
Oh, they change it. It goes back to St. Joe's.
So St. Joe's will have the basketball, so no need to foul just yet.
No, yeah, they got another 20 seconds till they got to think about it.
And they don't have to shoot a 3 here. We talked about this earlier. Teams tend to just, let me go shoot this 3. You still have plenty of time.
Don't overthink it. Just make a bucket. Make the easiest bucket.
Mackenzie Smith, got it!
And there it is.
There's that easy bucket. 48-47. I think we got a timeout by Coach Reese. So while they are figuring some things out, we'll take a small commercial break, and we'll be back here in just a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. And while you're surfing the web, why don't you head on over to the Legacy Maker Sports Network's social media pages and website. You can reach our website at www.legacymakersports.com. You can reach us on our Facebook page at Legacy Maker Sports Network, on Twitter at Legacy Maker SPN. We also know that is X. And on Instagram at Legacy Maker Sports, YouTube at Legacy Maker Sports, LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network, and on TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. So go out there, give us a like and a subscribe, and follow us on our social media pages. That's right. Build me up, Buttercup. We've got another one on our hands here. 48-47, Rhode Island with the basketball and a 1-point lead. 45 seconds on the clock. Vital to Dutat. Mbu over to Phillips. Phillips to Vital here on the wing, being guarded by Baza. Dutat jumper, no good, and a rebound. Huge rebound by Sneed. And a timeout by Coach Griffin. Ooh. And that is veteran coaching right there by Coach Griffin.
Call a timeout before the jump ball's called.
Yep, she got the rebound, and she called that bad boy as soon as possible. And so now St. Joe's is on the cusp. If they can find the right play here, get the points needed, and knock off this Rhode Island team, get a little revenge from last year, and, of course, that game earlier this year. Russ, who do you go to right now? You got 29 seconds left, pretty much 29 seconds on the shot clock. So they can take the last shot here. Where do you go?
Away from Carr. As far as away from Honey Carr as possible.
No matter what it is, just get away from Carr.
If Brugler is open down low if possible, yes. But I'm imagining that's who Carr is going to be matched up against right now. Mackenzie Smith, not a great game from three. No shots hit out there. She's tried. But even with her 14 points, she just hasn't made the threes today.
Right.
But it's just that's what I would say. Stay away from Carr. As long as you stay away from her, I think you have a good chance. Laura Ziegler hasn't really made herself too known in this game right now, and that right there is your second leading scorer in the conference. So it's a little shocking to say she only has 6 points right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if Laura Ziegler takes this final shot either.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Your big scorer, Bakar's given her a lot of problems today. Her and Brugler both. I mean, yes, Brugler's had a better game, but there's been a lot of pressure from Carr and a little bit of Dutat and then a little sprinkle of Mbu, who's come in and played well today.
Mbu coming in, she's showing her own, making a couple good key shots. But where's Carr going? That's what I'm going to look at right now. So and she's going right to Brugler.
So they're going to let Ziegler take
on the inbound?
Yep, and so who do you go here? Casey trying to get open.
But you don't have to shoot right away, too.
No, you don't. You have the entire clock on your disposal. Ooh, and it's a charging foul.
Oh, boy.
I don't know why that hurt my feelings, but it did. And
I mean, we should be happy because Mackenzie Smith gets to visit her favorite place again.
Yeah, this is also true. My whole thing with this is it's a tough decision because I felt like they were trying to go for the score quick, and you really did need it. If you're me, you're sitting at the top. You're milking the clock as much as you can. Then you make that drive to the basket. If that charge happens there, hey, it happens there. But you can't let it happen this early. Now you have to foul because the shot clock is in their favor. You can try to steal initially, but you're gonna have to foul at some point.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, trying to be that aggressive that early in the clock, because they didn't have the whole game clock, but it was less than a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So like they could have just milked that to the actual dry bone. And I'm surprised that Coach Griffin didn't tell them to do that, because they could have milked it down, find an easy two, or even just be more aggressive later. Because if they do that same thing, but that says 6.4 seconds, that's a lot harder for Rhode Island.
Well, thank goodness there's still 26 seconds on the clock for St. Joe's. You got to be smart. Yeah, no foul just yet. Little pressure. Vital looking. DeBras. Yeah, they got a foul now.
Yep. They waited they waited a little too long for me there.
I mean, I could deal a little bit with the, how much time do they have here? 18.8 and fouls given.
They're in the bonus now. So any more fouls sends them to the charity stripe.
So you're gonna have to foul quick. Real quick.
They're gonna have to foul the right person.
Look at DeBras. Oh, I said DeBras was wide open. No one was covering her.
Yeah, well, they won't make that mistake when they start.
Oh, she's going to the line.
Oh,
okay.
They're going to the line now. Was it a technical or?
A technical foul here?
No, it says a personal foul on Ziegler.
We're confused. Everybody's confused. Referees confused.
I'm about to say, what?
They had me thinking what I do? What would even involve?
What happened was that nobody knows what's going on right now.
That part. So here we go. This is what we can calculate from it.
I didn't see a foul.
So the Bras will head to the free throw line. Up by 1, 48-47 with 18.8 seconds.
Her first attempt of the game, but like you said, she's a 77% shooter for the season.
DeBras with a chance to make some big things happen. And she misses the first. So now, if you're St. Joe's, the rebound is critical here. If they miss, DeBras, a lot of pressure here. 18.8. She missed both, and a rebound by Smith. They get another chance, Russ. They get another chance.
Just heartbreaker.
Oh. And it's so funny. You said a few minutes ago that was like, well, who do we go to? Who do you foul? You said DeBras would be the one, and it's still a tough decision because she shoots 77%. And she missed both.
Yeah, she probably would have been Monte's choice to foul there if they had to immediately, which they went straight to it. Either her and Boo, but at the same time, you gotta make at least one of those shots. So you'd hope she would, but it's just it's a little crazy to think that's what's going on. That's the situation we're in right now, and it looks like they just took out Honey Carr too as well.
So this will be an interesting situation here, because if you're taking out Honey Carr, that means you're opening the door for Ziegler.
Nope, they're not. Okay. Kamara looked like she was checking in for a second. I swear to God, she did. She went over and touched the scorer's table and was like, wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute now.
What'd that mean? So 48-47, here we go. St. Joe's trying to punch a ticket into the semifinals. Boslett working against Vital, 15 seconds on the clock. 13 seconds. Inside, pump fake McKenzie. She is fouled and heading to the free throw line.
Oh my God.
And Honey Carr is the culprit.
How did you, well, I'm being honest, I don't know whose mistake it was, but Dutot was trailing behind her going into under the bucket.
Actually, they may have gotten that foul, may have been on Dutot.
Yeah, she was trying to recover for just somehow Mackenzie Smith blowing right past her.
This is huge. So you got to make at least one here to tie it up. You want both.
75% from the line.
I think I screamed.
They definitely
missed it.
Don't worry, your screaming ain't nothing compared to the Rhode Island band.
I maybe, headphones on. I thought I was a little bit loud. I said, maybe I'm talking too loud while she's shooting the free throws.
Don't worry, Rhode Island band's got you covered.
Huge one here for Smith. She got it. This game's tied.
I mean, overtime?
It feels that way, but I won't put anything past. We've already seen a game in this tournament, LaSalle versus VCU, where the score was 48-48, where the higher seed had the ball with a chance to win. We've seen this exact scenario 2 days ago.
Hold on a second.
Seen the exact scenario.
This is too spooky right now.
I'm just saying, look, there's a couple things that's been happening in this tournament.
That just don't make no sense.
Almost every game has had a score of 16-11 at one point, and now we've seen this. And then the suspects that were in the championship or in the semifinals last year, one has already punched a ticket. Rhode Island has a chance to punch a ticket. Well. Back-to-back great games here in our first two. We still got 2 more games to go. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 48 seconds. Now, the only difference from that LaSalle VCU game is they're taking it out on the opposite side of the court.
They got different color jerseys, too.
And different color jerseys. That's actually a really good observation, Russ.
I'm just saying.
Here we go. Vital has it. 9 seconds on the clock. 7, 6, 5, 4. Vital driving, trying to do something with it. Dutot! Oh! That was close.
Oh, she almost was the hero.
And I thought she was going to make it.
God.
And she'd have made that shot.
That would have been beautiful.
Oh, this place would have erupted.
My Lord Jesus.
Unbelievable. We're heading to overtime.
Whew, boy, that was...
We are heading to OT.
She came out of nowhere to jump and get that. It looked like just time froze in the air as she had it. And she tried to get that immediate putback, and it was just like, oh, no. can almost see St. Joe's season end right there for a second. And then it's just like, nah.
Well, 48-48 overtime. Our first overtime game here. Still a battle going on. But if you are St. Joe's, a reprieve because you were down 48-42 and you were able to climb back. It was a fight. It was a dog fight to get to 48-48.
It was.
But you got there.
They're on a 6-0 run right now. And so Rhode Island hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes to end the regulation. And it's just, it's been a dogfight. St. Joe's finishes that half shooting just under 32%, and Rhode Island finishes that half shooting 50%. So it's been a dogfight, and it's just insanely crazy right now. Anything is possible. We're in overtime now.
Yeah, we're in overtime. Overtime it is. Overtime it is. 48-48 as we hit overtime.
Something tells me if they were here right now, Megan McConnell would still be in this game every minute of it.
Yep.
She'll actually get a chance to play 40 minutes instead of coming out for those 15-second breaks.
So here we go, overtime number 1.
Ziegler and Carr for the tip.
We're getting some extra play.
Getting a little blessed with the extra play here.
Who will take over in overtime?
You know, a couple things you got to keep in mind, too. Smith has 4 fouls, very key player. But we're lucky to see that Dutot only has 2. Vital still just, oh, actually, no. I'm looking at the right one.
Oh.
We got a charge.
And
still on the
Smith
floor.
is down.
I think she's just kind of recovering. Almost looks like she's smiling a little bit.
What is it with Mackenzie Smith in the floor?
I don't know.
I'm starting to think she may have been born.
Her and the floor are very comfortable with each other.
It's amazing how tough this young lady is. It's just amazing to watch her play. I love her game, and actually this is the first time I think I've seen her taken out of the game. She may have been out of the game and just hadn't realized it. Bosley bringing it up the floor, 48-48. St. Joe's trying to change their fate after being down by 6.
I mean, she needs a break anyway. She's got 4 fouls, and she took a hard fall right there.
Sneed looking inside to Brugler, and there's a foul.
On Carr.
Okay, yep.
A little aggressive on that entry pass. But then again, that's what her game is sometimes. It's just not making it easy to get down low, which is why I said you want to go anywhere away from her.
So now we'll see Brugler head to the free throw line.
If anything, Richmond's probably a little glad because whoever wins this game is going to be a little bit more tired.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And, you know, it felt like Richmond was trying to get a little bit of the cobwebs out after being off for a week, but they also needed that time. Coach Russell talked about how, the team had just needed that break heading into, coming into this tournament. So they got the break. They got a win. So
yeah, I mean, sometimes that break is as much of a mental rest as a physical rest. The mind and the body can only do so much without the mind being 100%.
50-48. Rhode Island with the ball. Mbu driving inside. Pulls up, and it will not go. It rolled off to the left.
Jesus.
And a rebound. Boslet has it for the Hawks.
She made a good move down low. It sucks that the basket didn't fall for her.
Boslet sends it over to Brugler. Ziegler. Back to Boslet on the wing, being guarded by Vital. Sneed being guarded by Dutot. Take a couple dribbles, give it over to Boslet on the wing. Back to Ziegler. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 2 seconds. Ziegler fading, and she's fouled.
I think that's on Mbu.
And Coach Reese hated every moment of that.
No doubt. No doubt.
You can see the look on her face. But now we will see one of the A-10's leading scorers knocked down the first.
Unaffected by the ban.
And knocks, oh no, misses the second. But Sneed with an extra effort in the offensive rebound.
Ooh,
Huge.
Not good.
Casey
Not good.
dribbling. Oh, she had an opportunity to go to the basket, but she lost control of it. And now Bosley will hold onto the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this overtime. Brugler up against Carr. Gonna try to drive. Step back. She's got to hurry up and shoot, and there's another foul.
Foul?
Oh, they're gonna say
Shot clock
violation.
Before the foul call. Yeah, I
Well,
mean, that's a lucky break for Rhode Island.
extremely lucky.
Because that was not what they needed there. To have her miss the second free throw and get the offensive rebound.
51-48, 3-point lead for St. Joe's.
How do they respond?
Vital. Embu over to Dutot. Dutot back to Vital. Vital will swing it to Honey Carr. Carr takes a dribble, swings it to Dutot. Dutot now trying to work the baseline. Great job by Casey cutting her off. But the baseline jumper is just a little too good. 1 point game.
Thank God Dutot had hands because that ball was going straight from the face.
You can see Vital hawking at the basketball. She wants another steal. 51-50. St. Joe's up by 1. A back and forth game for the most part. Well, I should say streaky at points. You know, St. Joe's was in control for a while. And Rhode Island took it. Ziegler in a little trouble. Bad pass is tipped. 4 seconds. And Dutot diving.
Yes, they can.
155.
Good defense.
Rhode Island a chance to take the lead.
Pesky defense.
Vital over to Phillips. Inside the Carr. Carr working against Ziegler. Sneed trying to help out a little bit. Inside, Phillips to Carr. Inside. Great defense there by Ziegler. Great defense by Ziegler. Dutot down.
Grabbing her leg there as she's down. Oh, she comes up limping.
1:25 left here in this overtime. 51-50. St. Joe's up. Looks inside. She's got Brugler. Brugler, a second opportunity at it. No.
There we go.
2 chances, and once again, the referees are letting these young ladies play towards the end of the stretch.
Yeah, Honey Carr staying with her on the defense. And look who's ready to check back in.
Yeah, they're going to need one of their top players in on this.
The Swiss Army knife, that is Mackenzie Smith.
51-50. And we got a break here. And Rhode Island has the basketball down by 1, 58.3 seconds. We'll be back in just a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham,
Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-5.
We're back. 51-50. 55 seconds left. Rhode Island has the ball down by 1. Fatal in the car, working against Brugler. Carr, she's got and it didn't go. It took a couple of bounces. Ziegler with a big rebound for St. Joe's.
So close. Honeycar trying to turn her shot down low, just could not get the bounce to go in.
And Boslett has it and a chance that they can milk this all the way down to 7 seconds on the clock if done right. 18 seconds. I'll take that back, maybe like 9. And there's a tough shot by Smith. And guess who got the offensive board? Oh, it's a battle. They've got the possession arrow. And that's going to be St. Joe's basketball. Wow. Wow. So with 9 seconds, St. Joe's will have the basketball, or should have the basketball. And what that means here is that Rhode Island's going to have to foul. And they're going to have to foul quick. Looks like Kamar's going to come back in the game for Dutot. DeBras also, I think, is in the game now for Phillips. So it's going to have to be a quick foul if they can't get it off the inbound. And Carr will foul Brugler immediately. 7.9 seconds on the clock. Only one second going off of the clock. Man, oh man, oh man.
It's intense.
Another tight one here.
And Brugler, a strong shooter from the line, and already 2 for 2 today.
Knocks it down. Big shot for a big-time player.
Band's a little late with their distraction attempt.
Just a second off. Big-time shots.
Didn't matter.
For Brugler. 3-point lead. 7.9 seconds. Now, in most cases, we would say, hey, you don't have to go and, you don't have to go and go for the 3. But in this case, you might want to go for the 3. And the question is, who do you go to?
No one's been especially great today. That's the tough part. Honeycar is she's taken the most 3-point attempts, but she hasn't made the most. Or actually, no, Sophie Phillips. She's taken the most and made the most, but still, she's only 2 for 6. Can you get her open? I don't know if they'd expect her to be the one to take the shot. St. Joe's is probably, they probably get ready for anyone to take the shot, but they probably expect Honeycar or DeBras or Dutot to have the ball coming out of the timeout. But Sophie Phillips so far today is the accurate one from deep, but it's not an easy choice either way.
Now, Phillips is the all-time three-pointers made in school history, so you could go there. But there's a part of me that says you go Dutot, and I don't know why, but there's a part of me that says you go Dutot, and you set her up and let her tie this ball game up.
She's hit a 3 today too, so she's able to make them. I think it all just kind of depends on what kind of play does Coach Reese have drawn up there.
True that.
Because this is one of those points. This is one of those times where you want someone who can actually draw up a good play and knows what they're doing. And Coach Reese, I believe, knows what she's doing.
Here we go. 7.9 seconds. Here in overtime number 1. Dutot's actually taking the ball out, so DuBras has it. They've got a play drawn up here. DuBras Carr. Oh, and it's short. And St. Joe's will win in overtime, 53-50. Wow, wow, wow. I will say this much. It was a very good game. Oh, man. May have not seen it happening this way, but what a game and what a performance by both teams.
That was something else. That was something else. That was intense right there.
Extremely impressed about what we saw here. And just a shout out to both teams, both coaches. So we've got one semifinal matchup locked in for tomorrow. It'll be the #1 seed Richmond Spiders taking on a very tough, physical St. Joe's team who they've beaten twice this year. But as we know, that means nothing when you get to this point.
It doesn't, because Rhode Island beat St. Joe's this year, and now Rhode Island's the one that unfortunately is going home.
What a game, what a game. And there were so many opportunities for both to kind of, you know, maybe open it up, but the game just stayed close all the way through. What a performance. As they continue to celebrate here on the floor.
I kind of feel bad. Rhode Island cheerleaders have to stay out here and watch this, apparently. They're just standing over there just shaking their pom-poms. Like,
all right, so it looks like we're going to get Mackenzie Smith here.
They're coming through, which is nice.
Sorry.
Take your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mackenzie Smith, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win. It was a tough game for you guys.
Yeah.
But you yourself were impressive. We had to point out you were kind of like a Swiss Army knife. You were everywhere that needed to be, and you seemed to make best friends with the floor every time you turned away. What do you say about your guys' performance today in this game?
I mean, we just came out like dogs. I think, you know, the end of the regular season didn't really go our way, and we just really tried to forget everything that happened and understand that, you know, it doesn't mean anything going forward. And I think that we really embodied that today. Even when they pushed back a little bit, you know, we got us into overtime, and we were like, you know what, this is it. This is it. We get 3 chances, and let's execute on this one. So we were really excited.
Yeah, I got to ask you, what was your mindset going into overtime? Coach Griffin, we know she has years of experience with just anything going on. St. Joe's alum herself. So what was your mindset? What did she say to you guys going into overtime?
We're built for overtime.
Yeah.
We're built for this.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
We've been in many situations where, you know, the last couple of years we've gone to overtime and we've lost. And, you know, this year we were like, that's not happening. You know, we're built for these moments, and we're going to continue to push on.
For sure, for sure. It was great. And then we look forward to tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
You guys get the #1 seed, the hometown Richmond, and we caught the Coach Burt before their game earlier. The pressure's all on them.
Yep.
And they survived by the skin of their teeth against Duquesne.
Yep.
I don't know if you caught that game at all.
A little bit of it, yeah.
But we look forward to that team, the #1 matchup. And what do you guys see? How do you see you guys pulling away with the victory, the upset in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, we go in with the mindset that we have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose at this point. I mean, you know, they are the #1 seed, and they have everything to lose. So, you know, just staying who we are and being composed and just playing within ourselves. We're really good when we play within ourselves.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Good luck. Get some rest.
Yeah.
And try to forget your friend DeFleur for a night.
I'll do my best. Thanks for having me, guys.
Not a problem. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Have a good one. And you can see the excitement from Mackenzie Smith as she
The relief of going through that game.
she took a beating. I was glad we were able to at least talk to her about the hard work that she put in this one. And, you know, Russ, look, we saw a very tough and physical game from both teams all the way through. No one had as much treatment on the floor than our girl Mackenzie Smith. So thank you, Mackenzie, for stopping by. But you know, what are they going to have to do tomorrow? Because it's a tough one tomorrow. They've seen them twice, so they know what they're in store for. But what do they have to do to win this game, Russ?
You look at the numbers now that the game's over, and just The second half shooting has to improve. That is the first thing that jumps off my mind. I think they can contend with Richmond down low as far as their size. I think this is the first. This one maybe one of the few teams that can contend with Richmond in their size, and they just have to do what she said. They have to play within themselves. They have to believe themselves to go against the #1 seed tomorrow, and because it's not going to be a cakewalk. Richmond, did they skate by the skin of their teeth like we said earlier? They did.
They did.
But I don't know if they can do it with someone who can match their size like St. Joe's can, because Smith, Ziegler, Brugler, Casey, everyone plays big, and they're large ladies, and they make their presence known. So it's not going to be a cakewalk tomorrow. It could be another contender for a game of the tournament again.
That's true, and we both know how much. We both know how much they want this. Losing those 2 games, it's bothering them. And when you said something about it to Mackenzie, you can see she was like, she knows how important this one is going to be. Final stats here in this one for St. Joe's, leading the way was Brugler. She had 16 points on the day with 3 rebounds. Then Mackenzie Smith, thank once again Mackenzie for stopping by. 15 points on the day, 6 rebounds. She had 4 personal fouls. But I don't know how many times. I think 4 of the fouls that she had, I think they might have all been against the floor.
I'm about to say, some of the fouls was the floor tripping her up.
Yeah.
So the floor has at least 3 or 4 fouls on her.
At least. Casey had 9, Ziegler had 7, Boslett had 2, Stokes had 4. For Rhode Island, Dutot led the way with 13 points. She had 2 rebounds. Honey Carr had 10 points with 7 rebounds, almost another double-double. Phillips with 7, DeBras with 7, Mbu had 8, and then Fatal had 5. So, unfortunately, not another trip for the semifinals for Rhode Island, but St. Joe's has punched their ticket, and they are ready to see if they can knock off the #1 seed and get this much closer to punching a ticket to the NCAA tournament. Russ, once again, thanks again, brother, for another broadcast. We got an hour break.
We got an overtime.
We got a little extra time in overtime. So we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back with the next matchup, the #2 seed George Mason Patriots taking on the #10 seed St. Louis Billikens. We've got a good one coming up on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. We'll talk to you soon.